a marathon every day. He doesn't drink.
God.
He doesn't eat sugar. He doesn't.
He's a machine.
He doesn't eat carbs. He has a wife and kids, and he works a full-time job at a desk on a computer amidst all this. And it's like
wow.
When I found out he ran a marathon, because like my athleticism has been a part of my goals lately again. Something I haven't really paid any attention to since high school.
Yeah.
And doing these ultra marathons is something I sincerely want to do someday. And then hearing a guy who does it say he runs a marathon at 4 a.m. every day, and a part of my inner child just died because I realized I have to eventually get to that point. You know what I mean? That's like, holy fuck! I'm gonna eventually be getting up every day and running a marathon. Like that's the road to that level of excellence in that field. It's like a part of me just crumbled. It was like, oh my god, that's gonna suck. But it's like, that's one of those sacrifices, those things you have to do, like, to if you want to be someone.
You know what though? Like I think there are like
that's
those.
An extreme example.
And that's what I was gonna say. You know, I think, and that's the internet, and that's just. It's one of the assets and one of the liabilities of social media in this day and age. Mm-hmm. Like you're completely 100% right. It's like we're able to see like literally the cream of the crop. Like this is like the top 10% of the top like 10%. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like this is really focused shit now. Like there are very few people who would have that type of performance. If every human was running at that type of like type of efficiency, like you're right, we wouldn't have global warming or any of these fucking problems. Like no ailments on Earth would exist. Yeah. But like unfortunately, like I think the truth in that is like those people are rare fucking things.
They're rare. They're special.
I think that's kind of why I'm still. I believe in the industry I'm in, and I like the way of a face-to-face mentorship, and just because it brings it home. It brings out these like macro visions of success that we have on like social media, which are like sometimes they're really lofty, and honestly, like sometimes it's like maybe they're not real even. Maybe there's some of it which is like fluffed up a bit, and I don't know. But it's like, you know, it's about you being the best you can be, and it's like, you know. The guy who's running a great practice and has a great work-life balance and is someone who's actually in my community.
Yeah.
You know, I can compare it to the guy that you're doing, which is like the individual maybe I'm talking about is doing a lot of those things. He's keeping incredibly fit, has a great work-life balance, he has a great family, he's making a lot of income, but he's here. And he's not doing it on that level. He's not scaling it to that magnitude of the individual that you just kind of named off there. But it's like, wow, it's like, you know, when I talk to the guy that's like mentoring me, it's like, that is much more achievable. And it's like, it's real now. It's like he's really doing kind of, he's almost, and it's like the next stage, you know? Mm-hmm. It's like I can see myself going to where my mentor's going. But like maybe my dream goal, my proverbial chasing Mercury is that dude that you just mentioned. I want to be that fit. But like I can learn tons of how to get there, and I'm building this pyramid down, and this guy is really the next rung before I get to this one and to the next and to that pinnacle of perfection in my eyes. And
one baby step at a time.
Exactly. And like that to me is like the biggest thing. It's like, you know, you have that like macro almost dream goal, which is like almost out of, and that's why I say Chasing Mercury. It's the name of a really great band, A.
That's sweet.
And B, it's like, you know, Mercury, like Nike, the Hermes, the running god.
Yeah.
You can never chase him. You can never keep up with him. He's always quicker. And it's like you're chasing this thing that's always out of grasp.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be chasing Mercury.
You have to. Yeah, you're right, man. Because if you ever actually got it, there'd be no reason to keep living.
Exactly.
You would have gotten it. Okay, I'm done.
So you need to always like your dream thing. You're chasing Mercury. You're chasing this thing which is really actually out of grasp.
Yeah.
You should always then that.
But the thing is that you should chase that thing.
But you should chase it, and you build down from it, and that's like the biggest thing that I see from most people is they try to build up to the goal, and you got to build down from the goal. You need that thing which is lofty and like out of reach 100%. Like you can't do it overnight, and that's another problem with today is people don't have the fucking patience because it is a long fucking time.
Well, this guy is in his 50s too. This guy that guy I name dropped, Cameron Haynes. He's like 53 or something. So it's like, I can't get up and just do a marathon every day right now. No, fuck no.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, and once again, it's like, it's building down too. Yeah. And I think that's why like those like on the ground, in your face mentors are still very, very important because like it brings that level where it's like, it's achievable to you. And I think, Mm-hmm. And here's another thing. And once again, I'm a finance guy, but it's like debt reduction. People think you should get rid of like just the highest interest rate debt. Makes sense, right? Because it's accruing the most interest and the most it's growing your debt the most. But like really, what people should be doing, and this has been proven to be a little bit more, actually a lot more efficient, which is you take out the small debts first, even if they have lower interest rates, because the people won't go on doing it if they don't see immediate small results at the beginning. Yeah. If you don't see those little results, it's like, oh, why am I doing this? Like you're paying off this credit card that has like a 20% like interest rate, but it's like it's got $10,000, and you got like this other one which is like you can pay off with like a couple of paychecks. But it's got 5%. But it's because you're paying off this thing, and it's like, oh, it's insurmountable. It's like I'm throwing money at it. It's just not. It's not going away.
It's like you're like, I'm gonna get into mountaineering. I'm gonna climb Mount Everest. First thing I do.
But yeah, would you do that? Exactly. Yeah. Use it for another example. Like you just wouldn't do that, right? And it's like, and I think that's important. And it's the same thing with the self-development thing. You gotta. The small little bits are just as important as like taking out the bits. Because it's like you can't get to the biggies unless you're, slaying all the hood rats. You gotta slay all the hood rats and level up, and then now you got some experience points to play with, and now you can choose where to fucking focus on.
Man, fuck yeah. I think it's a good place to start wrapping it up, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool, man. Well, to sum it up, fucking, listen to yourself, aim high. Fucking kill the hood rats first. Get some experience, eat some shit.
Yeah,
fail.
Eat some shit.
Yeah.
Definitely. Eat all the poop you can. Eat all the poop you can. Yeah. It'll actually make you a better person.
Yeah, cow manure. Back guana. Find it. Get it. Put it in your mouth. Chew it up. Swallow it. Do that.
Well, thank you, good sir.
Yeah, thanks very much. Jason, Szeto, do you got any social media you want to plug or anything like that? Or
no, nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Nothing
Cool.
at all.
No worries, this guy's off the grid. No look for him.
You got it.
Sweet. Thanks very much, dude.
Thanks,
it's
buddy.
a pleasure. Thanks for listening. Like and share. Do all that shit if you want. I don't know. Okay, good night.